Hi, and welcome to my continuation of my series, watching and reviewing a bunch of movies that I've never seen before, and watching and reviewing a bunch of movies franchise that I've never seen before throughout 2025. Okay, so I'm gonna try to see um, throughout 2025 how many movies and movie franchise that I've never seen before that I can watch and review for you for the very first time. Okay? So a few minutes ago, I just got done watching with my dad, Butch, Cassidy, and the Sundance Kid for the very first time. Okay? So that's what I'll be reviewing for y'all. Okay? So I'll give you the background on the movie, then I'll give you my thoughts and opinion on the movie, and then I'll give you my thought, opinion on the Western genre, and then I'll give you my grade of the movie, and that'll be that. Okay? Now, before I get started, let me know, have you ever heard of this movie, Burt Cassidy and the Sundance Kid? Are you a Western fan? Have you ever heard of Paul Newman, Robert Redford? Are you a fan of them? And what are some movies and movie franchise that you never seen before that in the future, or should say this year, you're going to start watching for the very first time? Okay? So, with that being said, um, let me get started with the review. Book Cassidy and Sundance Kid was directed by George Ward Hill. Okay, I'm going to click on, okay, it said, let's see here. He directed Book Cassidy and Sundance Kid and Fame, both starring Paul Newman and Robert Redford. Both films also earned him nomination for the Academy Award for Best Director, winning for the latter. Okay. He also directed The World of Henry Orange, Hawaii, Throughout Modern Millie, Slaughterhouse Five, Little Romance, The World According to Golf, and Funny Fun. Okay. I never seen no movie. Okay. So maybe I need to check the movie out. Okay. Um. So So this movie got Paul Newman, Robert Redford, Catherine Ross, Henry Jones. Um, Came out September 24th, 1969. 110 minutes. 6 million was the budget. You know, that's how much it cost to make a movie. 6 million. And it made 102.3 million. 102.3 million at the box office. Okay? It said in 2003 the film was selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry by the Library of Congress as being cultural, historical, and significant. The American Film Institute ranked Burt Cassidy and Sundance Kid as the 73 greatest American film on AFI 100 movie 10th anniversary edition, lit and number 50 on the original list. Burt Cassidy and the Sundance Kid were ranked 20th greatest heroes, AFI 100 heroes and villains. Burt Cassidy and Sundance Kid were selected by American Film Institution as the 7th greatest western of all time in the AFI 10 top 10 list in 2008. Okay. It said PG, 1969, Western crime, hour and 50 minutes, got 8 out of 10 on IMDb. The tomato, Rotten Tomato gave it 89% from the critics. The audience, now the popcorn meter, 92%. Okay. So, okay. Now, let's see here. Paul Newman. The only other movie I think I saw Paul Newman in was Cool Hand Luke. Robert Redford. I think the only other movie I saw Robert Redford in was Captain America: The Winter Soldier. An excellent, 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 awesome MCU movie. And one of my favorite comic book movies of all time. Up there with the first two Spider-Man movies, the Tobey Maguire. Okay. Now, I wish that the MCU will go back making MCU movie, Marvel movie, whatever you want to call it, like that. Okay. Now, okay. This is a movie that I need to watch again. Okay. Now, um, now, I'll tell you the plot, and then I'll give you more of my opinion on it. Okay, the plot is they have like a little gang. I forgot what the gang is. They go around blowing up trains, and then they fall in love with the same woman, and then they have to go to Bolivia to hide out, and then they rob a bank down there, and then somehow one of the horses or goat or I think like a horses or that they robbed or stole or whatever, or they took, have some kind of label on it, like an H or whatever, some kind of symbol on it, and so all the lawmen down there are after them, and they have a shootout, and you knew that they're going to die. Okay, so the best way to describe this movie is Bonnie and Clyde, but Western style. Okay, now, okay, and they go down there to Bolivia, but she goes with them, the woman that they both fall in love with. Okay, and what's her name? Etta, please. Okay, what they right? Okay, okay, okay. So, she's a school teacher, and she wants to go back, but okay, but I thought it gonna end. I thought it gonna end with they're gonna get killed. It does, but it ends with they get shot, and then there's like a bunch of soldiers or policemen, what you gonna call them. I'm like, they can't fight off them. It's like 2 against like 100 or something like that, and so they're like bleeding to death, and then they come out of the hiding place of the building, or what we're gonna call it, and they start shooting at all the soldiers or the policemen, we're gonna call them, and then the movie ends like that. So they shoot to death. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Um, so okay. Now there's a scene in the movie with one of them is riding a bike and with the girl, and they're playing raindrops falling on her head. I prefer that song and Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire, because every time I hear that song, I think of Spider-Man 2, and I think it done better in Spider-Man 2. Okay, and I think that when it was playing, I was like, it kind of fell off. Okay, okay, and then there's a thing where like a minute or two. It got showing pictures in the middle of the movie of the two Butch and Cassidy. Okay, so yeah, okay, um, and then at the beginning, I'm like, what? I hope the whole movie not like the like you know the color like kind of grayish brown color, kind of like almost black and white. Okay, um, but then when it got color, I'm like, oh yeah, thank goodness that it wasn't like that color of the whole movie. Okay, um, so those are like my 2 or 3 negatives. Um, okay, I like the BJ Thomas song, but I like it more in Spider-Man 2. Uh, okay, I wish that the movie could be a little longer. Um, I wish that the middle part would they done like at least 2 minutes, I think, a picture. They could took that out. Okay. They're definitely a rewatchable movie. I don't know if it's like a top 10 best movie. You know, top 10 best what you call it, Western movie. Okay. Um, okay. I think most of the like you know the great Western movies they say the good, bad, and the ugly, um, Unforgiven, The Searchers, Real Bravo. There's a few of them I never seen. When you look up the Great Western, I never seen. There's a few of them I never seen. This is one of them, and um, I, I always wanted to see it for a long time, and I finally got to see it. Okay, and in a few days from now, I'm gonna put the second DVD in and have the deleted thing. Anytime I watch like a TV show and it got special feature and the special feature got deleted thing, I'll watch the deleted thing. Okay, and I like deleted thing like on Game Bond movies, Star Wars, or any of my favorite movies or TV shows. Okay, um, okay, um, but there are the two, I think my might be my 2 favorite Western movies would be like Outlaw Georgia Well and Real Bravo. Now, Crime Game with Dorothy, I don't consider like a Western. It's a Western, but I consider more a musical. That would probably be like my favorite musical. I grew up that with when I was a little kid, but that probably it still consider that like a Western musical. And if I could still consider that, then that would probably be like in my top 3 favorite Western. Okay. I know a lot of people or critics consider the Searchers like one of the great Western of all time, John Wayne that movie. But when I look it up, it got a lower critic score on Rotten Tomatoes than Real Bravo, and I think I like Real Bravo better. Okay, cause I like Dean Martin, I like Ricky Nelson, I like John Wayne. I like the guy that had the Gimpy Lane. Yeah, okay, I love Real Bravo. Okay, to me, I would say Real Bravo and Outlaw Jody Will are my favorite westerns. And then it would be like Crime and Game. Um, but that would be a movie that I probably need to watch again. And I'm glad I checked it out. And like I said, my only couple negative was the opening was like that color. It was kind of like black and white brown color. And then that thing with the raindrop on the head, I'm like kind of feel like out of place. I like the when raindrops fall on my head. We're playing Spider-Man 2 better, and then that in the middle of the movie, like a minute or two, it was showing pictures, no sound. I'm like, what? But other than that, it's an awesome movie. and then I watched it again. I read that the reason why I pretty like it is because of the chemistry between Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. Okay. Um, so yeah. Okay. And I'm gonna give this movie Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid um, in my grade book. It's gonna get an A. So if I was on Rotten Tomatoes, I would go at least a 90. Okay. And I'm a big Western fan because I grew up with John Wayne Western movie. I grew up with Gunsmoke. I grew up with Plains from Western. So yeah, okay. And I don't have a favorite movie genre, and I have like some favorite movies from each uh, movie genre. But if I had to pick one, it might be Western. Okay, 'cause I get really enjoyment out of Western movies if I had to pick one. But to be honest, I don't have a favorite movie genre, but I really like Western movies, and I wish they would make more Western movies today. And hey, to be honest, I rather go see a Western movie, more Western movies theater than action movies or comic book movies. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching, and um, till next time.